All right, I think we're live. Hey guys, thanks for Rich. Thanks for checking out Joplin and the Four States Area Networking Connection. I'm here with Jason Wike today, and we're going to talk about his cool thing going on. But first, I've got to get some stuff out of the way. This is our standard, non-standard disclaimer. For the record, we are not, nor will we ever be giving legal, investment, or health advice on this channel. Our opinions are our own, and if you need those services, you should seek competent advisors in those fields. This information is presented for entertainment purposes only. You have been warned, and the idea behind this group is a Zig Ziglar quote. You can get everything you want in life if you just help enough other people get what they want, and that's my role. I'm here to make sure that everybody, I know a lot of cool people that do a lot of amazing things. Jason's one of those guys, and I wanted to bring him on here and introduce him to you so you can see what he's doing. So I'm super stoked about this because he's got a really great story and a really great product. So Jason, why don't you take it over and tell us all about what you got going on?
Well, thanks, Rich. Like he said, my name is Jason Wike. I created a brand called We Are Warriors Apparel. All too often in our society, people are not set up to succeed. People are not set up to be strong. Depression is rampant. Suicide is rampant. Bullying of teenagers is rampant. It's just, we are pushed down in every aspect of our lives. And I wanted to create something that one is a quality product that looks cool, but is something that when people wear it or look at it or see the words, like it inspires them to stand up, pull themselves up by their bootstraps, go fight another day.
So I'm going to start out with our 10 questions here. So please, and feel free to go into depth on these because I know this can kind of be difficult because you're launching a whole brand. I mean, which is, as a guy who's done that, it's hard. I mean, you've got a cool logo, you got a cool story, but launching a brand can be tough. But I think you've got the right attitude towards getting it done, which is going to help a bunch and a great product and whole. But how did this start? How did this come about?
It's something that I've wanted to do for a long time. I collect hats, hoodies, and t-shirts. Like those are my things that I wear. And funny enough, I wanted to start a brand called the Bearded Ginger. Hence,
Well, something tells me where you're coming from on that, right?
Yeah. But it was very me focused. Like I wanted to be the brand. Sure. And I had some mentors and some people that I was bouncing ideas off of, and they were like, you're going to alienate half of everybody, and I already had the design and the logo, and I'm like, you know what? Let's not make it about me, because it's not about me. Like, let's figure out a way to make it where it can inspire people and do good. I tell you a real quick story. I had a lady reach out to us, and she purchased one of my hats, and my wife was like, "Oh, hey, is this for your husband?" And she's like, "No, it's for my son. He's he's in high school and he's being bullied, and the message and everything that is behind it, I think will really help him to be able to make it through." And I'm like, that right there, that's what we're here for. That's the reason behind this.
So how long have you been doing this? I mean, from concept to like basically where you're at now?
So 3 months ago, I started off with a drawing on a piece of paper.
Wow, look at that. That's
everything
impressive.
Launches completely full January 1st. Website is done. All of everything is ready to rock and roll. I've got like branded packing tape. I have sleeves.
I'm telling you, and I'm telling you, man, that is super impressive because in my experience with a lot of inventors in groups I was in, working with other people who invent things and want to bring stuff to market, and more than once, actually 99% of the time when I would meet with people and they'd be like, I have this idea and I'm going to do this. 5 years later, they're still telling me how they're going to get it done. and for you to do that in just a couple months is pretty amazing. I mean, that just shows right there that you believe in this product and this process, and for, of course, the folks who are telling you too that, hey, look, this is helping them. That never hurts, right? It helps motivate you to keep doing that. And so, I mean, props to you, man, because that's an insane timeline while you're working a full-time job too, right? You're not just independently wealthy and have this giant trust fund to support you, right? Yeah, right. Okay, I didn't think so. So, I mean, I didn't think you were driving that nice of a vehicle. So
no.
So, what were your biggest issues getting this started?
Really just getting, so I had, finding the right people to work with. I had a really close friend of mine who is very, very, very successful. He's always told me, he's like, Jason, you know how to do a lot of things, and you do all of those things very, very well. If you could figure out how to focus on just one, you'd be a millionaire. And so I took those words to heart, and I was thinking of, like, I'm not thinking, okay, cool, this is going to start and I'm going to sell 2 hats and a couple of hoodies. Like, I'm prepared for, hey, we sold 200,000 pieces in the first 2 weeks. Like, that's the mindset that I've had to have. So
and that's the way you got to be.
Yeah. So finding those people that could be able to do that. That was probably the biggest. My wife is very numbers oriented. She's like, okay, what is this going to cost us, to start? So I had to find out, like, we did a photo shoot a couple weeks ago, and I had to have product made for the photo shoot. Well, you're paying for the digitizing fees and all the fees, so I'm like, okay, so this, how much the photographer cost, so we could have an idea of what is it going to cost to get this to launch.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's awesome. And so did anybody tell you it wouldn't work?
No.
Wow, that's good.
The circle that I surround myself with they are all entrepreneurs. They are all very successful. And they are all people that have made it from nothing. So they are all very supportive, and they're just like, dude, it's awesome. The product you have is awesome. The quality is awesome. Like, the website that I've built, they're just like, they're all just going, we can't believe you've done this in 3 months.
Right. I'm shocked too. And that website launches when?
January 1st.
All right. So before I forget, and while everybody at home's watching, down in the description is all the links to Jason's contact info, the website, all that stuff. So if you want to reach out to him, that'd be the best way. We'll go into at the end. We'll kind of give a breakdown of everything, but I wanted to make sure everybody watching this go on the website when it launches and figure out what you want and stuff. But don't forget to look at that and like and share this video with your friends, because somebody out there needs Jason's product, even to get a little bit of a mental pep, because half of the battles that everybody's fighting out there is mental anyway. Right? If we can build that armor up mentally, we're doing a lot for people. So,
and I want to hear the stories,
right.
When, I'm waiting for that story of that, somebody that was like, I was going to end it all today. And I went to my closet and I opened up and I saw your hoodie, and it made me go, you know what, I can fight one more day. Right. I made a phone call and I got help, to let people know that they're not alone, that they're not by themselves,
Right. And then I'm pretty sure I know the answer to, do you love what you do now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a good reason to do that. So, now this is not a normal question, but I guess I'll ask it anyway. I mean, for you, how did you find this job? Right. So how did you come up with this? Like, I know we talked about you wanting to be the bearded ginger, which you will always be the original in my mind. So,
yep.
But what made you go, I think this is the best mechanism to help people, I guess.
Because it's something that I collect, that I'm passionate about. Sure. And you look at, some of the other big companies out there. I mean, there are people that'll pay $300 for a t-shirt and they wait for it. And all it is just a name on a t-shirt.
Right.
There's no meaning behind it. There's nothing there, but it's the status symbol. And I'm like, you know what, if we could change that idea to go from, oh, I want this because of a status symbol to I want this because when I wear this, it reminds me that I can overcome and I can conquer every obstacle that today's going to face.
Yeah. And if somebody was watching and wanted to follow the same career path, what would you recommend doing, or would you recommend doing it the same way, or is there a better way?
The way that I've gone through this, the biggest thing is having that circle.
Right.
I've had
I
a bunch of
agree.
people that I've been able to bounce ideas off of, mentors, people that are very, very successful in business. So a lot of I can't count how many countless podcasts and YouTube videos and research that I've done. I don't want to fail at the very
Right.
beginning. At least if I fail, it's not going to be because I was unprepared.
Right.
You
There you
know,
go. That's the thing. And there's a lot of people, that's why 99% of them don't do it, because they're like, well, I don't want to fail. I don't want to be considered a loser. Man, you're lost already. You got to get out there and you got to do it. That's the
yep.
only way you're going to experience success.
Well, the
So
thing that they don't understand is if you don't try, you fail 100%.
100% right. Yeah, right. Didn't even turn it in. So the folks out there watching right now, and what would you ask for them that you need help with? Right. So right now, if there's something out there you could use help with, what is it?
I want to grow the message. So
Mm-hmm.
like, share, follow. I've got there's a We Are Warriors TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Those are the 3 social media platforms that I have right now.
Okay.
I am doing a giveaway. So if we can get to 500 follows on each one of those, then we're going to give away one of our premium hoodies, random name drawn. So to be entered, you have to like, share at least one of those platforms. I was going to make it be all 3, but I know because of the political stuff or religious stuff, whatever reason, a lot of people don't do TikTok. So I figured if everybody will do it on one, we'll grow. And, again, the big thing is just being able to get the message and the story out to those, because there's one of your friends need to hear this. One of your friends need to be inspired.
And you kind of mentioned it earlier, but do you have a mentor?
I've got a few. I've been really blessed with, I've got Caleb Marty, Eddie Hall, Clay Smith. Those 3 have been very, very integral of walking me through on a bunch of this type of stuff. So again, all 3 very, very successful. So I do not take their advice lightly.
How did you find them, just out of curiosity? Because that's one of the next questions, because that's always the hard part for a lot of people, is like, ironically enough, I think most of your mentors are right there. You just don't see them as mentors.
So I'm a member of a group out of Arkansas called the Express Rally. So I drive a CTSV. I used to have an LS swapped Honda S2000. So I'm a car guy at heart, like eat, sleep, breathe cars. And I go on all these rallies and I meet, I go driving with a bunch of Lamborghinis and Ferraris and Porsches and stuff like that. And I met most of these guys on those rallies. And the thing that people don't realize is most people, especially in this area, that have stuff like that, they weren't born into it. Like,
right, they've earned it.
They worked their way up. So they used to be, quote unquote, normal people. And so like Eddie and Clay, we went on a rally, and this was back when I had my S2000, big built V8 in a Honda,
little Honda S2000.
Yeah. And they were just like, what in the world is that thing? And they were just like, you know what? You built that. You're cool. You're one of us.
Right.
And I go up there for birthdays. They live in Tulsa, and I go to them for birth. I mean, it's just, we've built a great relationship. And then same way with Caleb. I actually work for him for my day job.
Okay.
But the big connection was on a rally.
Yeah.
So just finding opportunities. The opportunities are out there. People are wanting to pass on their
100%.
knowledge, and they're wanting to train up the next generation because they realize there's a lack of it, because nobody wants to nobody wants to ask.
Right. And yeah, I mean, that's the other thing too, is you got to look at it. Most people are willing to help if you're motivated, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's, if they can tell. I mean, if you have a fleeting idea and never pursue it, they're not going to come to you and go, hey, you ought to do that. They're going to just move on because they're not going to waste their time.
Yeah. Well, and doing what they say.
Yes.
If
right.
they offer suggestions and then they go back and they see that you didn't take any of them, then they're not, I've taken every single suggestion that they have brought. I have taken it to heart. And most of the time I don't even think, I think I just automatically go do what they tell me to.
Right. No, that's a smart move. I mean, because here's the thing, wisdom comes from a whole lot of either watching everybody else or trying to do it, or both. And,
mm-hmm.
and they if they've already made it,
mm-hmm.
might as well take a chapter from their book, right? And say, hey, look, I'm going to apply some of their experience. So how can people get a hold of you beyond just what's in the description? If you want to tell everybody how they can get a hold of you on here, and that way we'll have that in there. So your email or website or whatever.
Yep. So website is wearewarriorsapparel.com. Facebook is facebook.com/wearewarriorsapparel. Instagram and TikTok are both we_r_warriors_apparel. And email is jason@wearewarriorsapparel.
Okay. So, I think we had a hiccup on the internet there. We'll wait and see if it connects again. So, whoop. Let's see. Oh, you're back. All right.
Yeah. I just saw circles.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So we got your website in there before it cut off. So, I was going to say, mad props to you for doing this. I know it's hard to start an apparel line. As a guy who started probably the hardest business I've ever run still is my concealed carry holster company, because that was a product that nobody ever saw. So it's very difficult to market because every picture you don't want to really show it's there. I mean, so it's really, but I'm honestly jealous of you and being able to market a product that actually everyone can see. And I'm super stoked for your success in the future. And I think it's going to be awesome. And I think your message is going to really resonate with a lot of people.
Yep.
And I appreciate you coming on here today, because it means a lot to me. And I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there who, you're going to help with this. And I thank you for that. So.
Well, thanks for having me.
Any final thoughts before we tell everybody else goodbye?
Now, I just want to tell everybody, go out there, kill it today. Go conquer and overcome every obstacle, because we are warriors.
All right. Appreciate it, buddy. So thanks a lot. Thanks for everybody tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Go ahead and go to Jason's site and look at what's going on, and, share it with everybody, because your friend is going to need something. So, all righty. Thank you guys. Have a great day.
Thanks.